everybody. My name is Simone, and welcome to Simone's Bedtime Stories. Me and my pals are getting ready to sleep, and we're going to hear a bedtime story. Hi, Daddy, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay, it's time to sleep.
Hey, you said you're going to tell me a bedtime story.
Oh, sleep, I'm tired.
You said you're going to tell me one.
Okay, I'll tell you one. So let's continue our Mahabharat stories, right?
Okay.
So where did we stop? What did we tell in the previous episode? So in the previous episode there was Pandu, he killed a deer and the deer cursed him, right? And then what did the deer say?
He said when he lives happily, or I think he touches one of his wives,
He'll die, right? And so they cannot have any sons.
Well,
and then
why
Kunti,
does the deer give such a bad curse?
because he killed the deer when the deer was living happily with his family, right? The deer was having a good time playing with his kids, playing with his wife. They were all nice and enjoying the time they were having. And Pandu at that time killed the deer. That's why the deer gave that curse.
Okay.
Right. So what happens next? What happened now? So basically, Kunti had this mantra that she had got from sage Durbhasha, and she used that mantra and got the babies now, right? So they all, and finally, Pandu accidentally went to give a hug to Madri, and because of the curse he passed away, and then they all went back to the palace and cremated Pandu's body, and all that happened, right?
Yeah.
So now the princes are going up. So who are the princes? So there is Kauravas. Kauravas, how many people are there?
100.
100 people, right?
And one.
101,
Plus
that's
a
the
girl.
girl. Yeah, so there is Duryodhana and his brother Duryodhana, and then everybody else, other 98.
And then the 5 brothers are Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakula.
No,
Arjuna, Nakula and Sahadeva.
Exactly. So these 5 brothers are there. So they're all growing up, and these 5 brothers, Bhishma is, Bhishma, now it's all fell on Bhishma because Pandu is dead, Dhritarashtra is blind, and Vidura is there, but he is more of a, wise guy giving advice and stuff like that. So it's all Bhishma's responsibility to make sure, he raises all these princes, properly, train them in the arts, because they are sons of kings, so they have to rule the kingdom. That means they have to be trained in all the different, skills, right? Fighting, what are the different soldiers? There are infantry, different types of armies, right? So they need to know how to fight like a soldier in an infantry division.
They need to know how to shoot bow and arrow.
Exactly. So what happens? There is a person called a Kripacharya. Kripacharya is a old friend of King Shantanu. So Kripacharya is a guy that he was very young when King Shantanu was ruling. Kripacharya, right? So he came to the kingdom, and at that time he didn't have anything. He was very poor, and King Shantanu took care of him. Hey, you can come here, live here. I'll take care of you. Don't worry. I'll give you some money. Yeah, it's similar to Dronacharya, but he's Kripacharya. So Kripa and Kripi. Kripa has a sister called Kripi. So they both have been living in that palace for a long time because of King Shantanu gave them a space to live. And they were living. So Bhishma said, hey Kripacharya, why can't you train these princes? These princes are good people, and I have to make sure they get trained in all these skills, so later, when they grow big, they can rule the kingdom, they can become the king. So Kripacharya is trying to do this. Meanwhile, Kripi is his sister. She married son of sage Bharadwaj. See, there is a sage called sage Bharadwaj, and his son is Dronacharya.
Wait,
so Kripi,
Bharadwaj?
King Bharadwaj. Sorry, not king, sage Bharadwaj. Sage Bharadwaj. So that sage Bharadwaj is a very good archer. What does an archer mean?
It's like a bow and arrow. Who shoots bow and arrows.
Really, really well, right?
Yes.
So Sage Bharadwaj is a very good archer. That means he knows how to shoot bow and arrow really well, and he has taught that to his son. Who is his son?
Dronacharya.
Dronacharya, right? So Dronacharya has become, a very good archer. He knows, all the techniques in archery, and he has, acquired that skill from his dad, who was Sage Bharadwaj. So he comes to, meet Krupacharya, and he marries Krupi. Dronacharya marries Krupi, and they all live together, right?
Okay.
And Dronacharya's son's name is Ashwatthama. What is his name?
Ashwatthama.
Ashwatthama. So Ashwatthama is also a nice boy. He is the son of Dronacharya. He grows up and he's a nice boy, and they're all growing up. They're all living together. So there is Krupacharya and there is Dronacharya. Dronacharya's wife's name is Krupi, who is the sister of Krupacharya, and Dronacharya also has a son, Ashwatthama, and there is Sage Bharadwaj, who is the dad of Dronacharya,
Yeah.
right? So they all live together, and Dronacharya has a story. Dronacharya had a childhood friend, and that when he was a childhood friend, his friend was a prince called Draupada. Draupada, right?
Almost like Draupadi.
Yeah, Draupada, yeah. So Draupada is actually, because he was a prince back then, he has become a king now. He is ruling he has his own kingdom. No, Dronacharya is not a king. Dronacharya is a poor, sage. He doesn't have a lot of money. He only teaches the skill set of archery.
Yeah.
I mean, he teaches the princes. He is a teacher, right? That's what Dronacharya does. But Dronacharya, when he was young, very young, he had a friend, childhood friend. He had a childhood friend, and that childhood friend's name is Draupada. And what that guy did when he was a childhood friend, they were very thick friends. They were very close friends. At the time, Draupada said, "Hey, if I become a king, I will give you half of my kingdom to you." Who told who?
Draupada told Dronacharya.
Exactly. When they were kids, they were playing around. When they were young, not exactly kids, when they were young, they were very close friends because, they got trained, at the same time together. So they became very close friends. And at that time, Draupada said, "Hey, I'll give you half of my kingdom
If I become king.
if I become king." So Draupada has become a king now, and he is ruling well. And one day, what happens? Dronacharya is a poor teacher. He is poor man. He somehow, teaches the princess and gets some, small money that's paid to him, and he's living with that money, right? So one day, his son, what is his son's name?
Draupada? No.
Dronacharya. Who's Dronacharya's wife? Krupi.
Krupi.
And what is their son's name? Ashwatthama.
Ashwatthama.
So Ashwatthama, right? So Ashwatthama is playing with his friends on the, one day in the forest, and all his friends make fun of him. "Oh, Ashwatthama, haha, you're a poor kid. You don't have anything. Your father doesn't have anything. Oh, you're a poor kid." They make fun of him. Ashwatthama is angry. Ashwatthama is so angry and sad. "Oh, make fun of me." So he comes to his dad and tells, "Oh, these kids make fun of me. Why are we so poor? Why can't you get some money? Why are we so poor?" Dronacharya is like, "Oh my God, why are these kids making fun of me? Now I'm happy with what I'm doing. I like this teaching, and I'm good at archery. I like teaching these princes. I'm creating the next great kings." Dronacharya was saying, what? He's upset by his son's, complaints. His son, got, fed up with the, the kids. Other boys. What did they do?
They teased him or something?
Exactly. They made fun of him, right? "You're a poor boy," and all that. So Dronacharya thinks, you know what? I have this friend. Who is such a nice guy. We were very close friends when we were young. And who's that? What is the name?
Draupada?
What is he doing now?
He's ruling the kingdom.
Exactly. So he has become a king now. So you know what? I'm going to go and ask him. When we were kids, when we were very close friends, when we were young, he told me that if he becomes a king, he'll give me half of this kingdom to me. So Dronacharya believes that, remembers that, and he goes to meet Draupada. So he goes to Draupada's kingdom, and then he says, "Hey, Draupada, how are you? Do you remember me? I am Dronacharya. and do you remember you told me that if you become a king, you'll give me half of that kingdom. Draupada is like, what? Who are you? I don't even know you. Oh, maybe we, studied together for a little while, but that doesn't mean anything. Go away, Draupada says. Dronacharya is mad. Oh my God. Is that what you do to your childhood friend? You made a promise to your childhood friend, which is me. You told me that if you become a king, you will give me half of the kingdom. Dronacharya is mad. Man. See, he could have, at least, he could have nicely said, I don't know who you are. I mean, he could have been nicer. In a nicer way, he could have told. But he insulted him in his court in front of everybody, right? So that's bad. And Dronacharya is a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's a good guy. He teaches, he has a very good skill, archery. He teaches, princes, and he's creating the next kings and all that. So he's a good guy. And Draupada treated Dronacharya like this. He's mad. You know what? One day I'm going to come here and I'm going to take away this kingdom. Half of it, what you told me that you're going to give me, I'm going to take away that kingdom and you're not going to be the king anymore. That's going to happen. This is my challenge. I'm going to take this as a challenge and come back one day. He, challenges King Draupada and then walks away.
Oh my.
So let's stop here, okay? And then we'll tell the next story.
Okay. Bye everybody. I hope you enjoyed my story. And don't forget, you can always listen to more.
All right.
Did it